Yo, what's up guys, I'm MizLV, and today we are back with yet another Hybrid October. Yes, it's Hybrid October 2025, and we're back with another god-awful creation. Okay, so real quick, for those of you that don't really know much about my Hybrid October series, Hybrid October is a series that I do every Halloween where I make a very obscure slash like just outright weird looking design from the Jurassic Park franchise. So as for like the rules of this series, basically I can't make anything original. Everything I make has to be based on a pre-existing design from the franchise, whether it be concept art or a book or attraction or whatever. It has to be a design from the franchise, and it doesn't have to be like a hybrid. It can be like a mutant or anything. In fact, I've made some mutants before. But yeah, that's what Hybrid October is. It's just mainly about having fun and making weird crap. So as you can see by the title of today's video, we will be making that very, very monstrosity looking Mutadon concept art for Jurassic World Rebirth. For those of you that don't know, recently some people have managed to dig up some concept art for the Mutadon designs from Jurassic World Rebirth. And man, they are they are something else, I swear. So even though there's like over 100 pieces of Mutadon concept art like out there, in fact I believe just recently when making this video, more pieces of Mutadon concept art has been revealed. So yeah, this stuff is like coming out of nowhere. I don't know how there's so many designs, but there is. However, for the sake of the video and the sake of my sanity, because I don't want to make all of this, I basically limited it down to 3 designs. So after reviewing a lot of Mutadon concept art, I landed on 3 designs, which happened to be the mutated Pteranodon design, the mutated beluga whale design thing, which honestly gives me nightmares. That thing is creepy as hell. And the final design being the weird mutated worm thing. None of these have names, so I'm just gonna like make up names as I go. But yeah, these are gonna be the 3 designs I'll be making into this video. If there's any designs that you want to see me make in the future, let me know in the comments below, and maybe I will make a part 2 to this video idea. Alright, so here is the first one. This, of course, is the Mutant Pteranodon. These don't actually, like I said, these don't have official names, so I'm just going to make them up as I go. But, oh boy, oh my god, this is just horrible. I am so sorry. If you look at it from the side, it looks kind of normal. But then you just turn the camera and, oh boy, that is god-awful. I am so sorry. So this one luckily was the easiest one to do. It's just a Pteranodon with a very ugly looking face, but I tried making it a little bit more accurate to the concept art. So for instance, as you can see, I gave it a whole bunch of fat under the neck. Of course, I changed the mouth. That is something. You also got some T-Rex arms. I did not notice this, but one of the T-Rex arms is kind of merged in with the body, so that's I'm just gonna ignore that. Of course, you also got the very messed up looking hands, so that's also very nice. Like I said, this is probably the easiest one to do because how simple it is. But here is the Mutant Pteranodon. Very disturbing looking, very ugly, but hey, there you go. That's the first mutant or Mutadon done. Let's move on to the next one. I am so sorry. I know I'm probably going to get blacklisted from the Jurassic Park community for making this abomination. Yeah, you know when you like see something that you've done and then you look back at it and you're like, you know what? That's a bad idea. Well, this was a bad idea. Alright, so here is the beluga whale Mutadon thing. As you can see from the concept art, it has raptor legs, raptor arms with wings, a very disturbing looking beluga head, and a very long raptor tail that wraps around things. I don't know, whoever designed these concept arts, or at least this one in particular, they must have been on some heavy drugs. Because this is, how do you see this and think, oh, that works good for a Jurassic Park sequel, right? This looks like something you would see in the Jurassic Park music with the Brachiosaurus and the T-Rex and the Gallimimus with the tour vehicles, and then boom, you got a flying mutant beluga whale thing. How does this fit anywhere within the Jurassic Park franchise? How do they think that this would have worked? The fact that this even was made to begin with genuinely baffles me. Oh my god, the front looks even worse. Let's move on to the next one. I'm not even gonna edit this part out. Normally, I edit this, I don't show OBS and everything, but OBS is like my shield right now. I made this. By the way, this gave me a headache making this. So, just to let you know, it's bad. I made this monstrosity. This one I probably put the most effort into. I hate it. This is horrible. I am so sorry. I'm not trying to make this video where it's like, oh, I hate it. I'm not trying to repeat that a lot. But dear God, this is probably one of the worst things I have ever made for Hybrid October. How is this Jurassic Park? You think the beluga whale was bad? This is not even a dinosaur. At least it's like a beluga whale, I guess. This just looks like a worm on cocaine. Can I even say cocaine on YouTube? I don't care. I'm saying cocaine on YouTube. This looks like a worm on cocaine, bro. Yes, here we have the mutant worm. That's what I'm gonna call it. The mutant worm. As you can see, I gave it multiple tails because for some reason it has multiple tails. I just straight up reused the wings. Because this one, I'm gonna be honest with you, actually gave me a headache making it. It was that bad. Here we go. Here's the mutant worm, guys. This says Jurassic Park for you. Jurassic Park, what now? 7? Is it 7? You got 3, 6, 7? No, 7. Jurassic Park 7. Here you go. Alright, welcome to Hybrid October, boys. This is probably going to be the most deranged Hybrid October we have ever seen. This is, oh my god. Let's get these to the slicer. Alright, and here we are in the InGen Creation Lab. So, I know 2 of these are kind of hollow on the inside. Honestly, I don't really have enough time to go in and fix them. So, I'm just going to see what happens. I know that's a really stupid idea, but hey, you know what? We're over at Mesozoic V. That's how we do it here. So, but as you can see, they're all ready to print out. And we are going to make these Mutadon concepts into a reality. Because why not? Let's get these printed out. Alright, and we are back at the desk. So as you can see, all 3 designs have finished printing. These actually came out a lot better than expected. Unfortunately, they do have some flaws that I haven't been able to fix because I just don't have enough time due to the fact that Halloween is literally the very next day and I will be gone all day tomorrow. But as you can see, the wings are a little bit thin and there are some issues, well, just minor issues with the how they turned out. Like this guy, he looks good on this side, but the other side he kind of got a little messed up there. But like I said, I'm not really gonna stress too much over these because I could probably go back and fix them later, but for right now, these will do for now. So looking at the first one, of course, we have the Mutant Pteranodon. This guy actually came out pretty cool looking, I will admit. Of course, you got the split jaw going on. You got the backwards raptor hands and everything, the sick neck, and the T-Rex arms in the middle. Pretty cool looking design, I will admit. I'm pretty proud of how that one turned out. The next one, we have the beluga whale one. This one is pretty solid, but like I said, I know the design looks very cursed, but still, I like how it came out. This is pretty cool, actually. Unfortunately, the eyes came out weird. One eye is normal, but the other one is hollow. I kind of like the hollow look. That kind of looks cool, actually. So, but of course, you got the wings. The wings on this guy are supposed to be a lot more larger from the concept art. I just copy and paste all the wings. If you couldn't tell, I copy and pasted all the wings because I got kind of lazy. But overall, it's not that bad. I like how these guys turned out. Of course, you also got the long tail and the raptor feet, so that's pretty cool. And then, of course, the final one is this guy. It's the graboid one. I'm just going to call it the graboid. Of course, you got the multiple tails, you got the wings with the backwards raptor hands. Actually, I don't know if it had backwards raptor hands. I just left them there because I didn't feel like changing it. But like I said, unfortunately this side got kind of messed up, but the other side though looks pretty good. Honestly, the designs are weird, but as for the prints go, these turned out pretty good actually. I really like how these turned out. But pretty interesting, pretty neat. I know these are a little bit small. I didn't make them Mattel sized. They are very small. They're kind of hatchlings, I guess you could say, but I just honestly, since I was making 3 of them, I didn't want to spend as much resin, and 2 was going to take a lot longer if I made them Mattel scale. So instead I made them a little bit smaller. That way I can get them all done at once and it won't take as long. But like I said, overall though, these turned out pretty cool looking. I actually like how these turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw some paint on them. Luckily it won't be that bad because these things don't really have too much coloration going on for them. I believe these 2 are just white and this one is gray with some black on top. So luckily it's not going to take too long to paint, so I will be right back. Alright, and here are the Mutadon concept designs. As you can see, it wasn't really too much like a painting going on because there really isn't that much coloration in these guys. These 2 are mainly just a white color, whereas this guy does have a little bit more color, but only his head is black and he has red eyes and you can see the pink in his mouth. Besides that, his entire model is just gray. So luckily when it comes to painting, I kind of got a freebie with these guys. But as you can see, very interesting looking. I know I crap on these a lot, but honestly I actually do like them. I like how these turned out. I think they look kind of cool, not gonna lie. But here's the Mutant Pteranodon. You got the T-Rex arms and everything. Pretty cool looking. Then of course you got the Mutant Beluga whale. Still, it's pretty cool, not gonna lie. You got the raptor arms, the long tail, and of course the beluga head with the beak for whatever reason. Pretty interesting. It's still hard to believe that these are indeed Jurassic Park, but... And then of course you got what I like to call the worm. You got the split graboid-like beak, and you got the 3 eyes, the long neck, and the multiple tails. So pretty cool. And then of course the other side got kind of messed up, so I'm not really showing that side, so I apologize for that. But overall though, these are pretty neat looking figures, not gonna lie. They're interesting designs. Like I said, I know they're not Jurassic Park looking, but at the same time they're just concept art, so it's not like they're official franchise. You know what I mean? They didn't make an official appearance in any of the actual canon or anything. All they are is just little concept art that fans can look over and look at, I guess. But besides that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please leave a like. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. But besides that, hope you guys enjoyed this Hybrid October. And I'll see you all next time. Happy Halloween. Peace.